If you think the power sled squat and row is easy, you could perform push-ups in between each pull. You could perform explosive clapping push-ups as you see here, or standard push-ups. After you perform a set of push-ups, hop back into original position, performing a burpee-like motion, and then another row. Take a couple steps back, collecting the slack from the cables. Place your hands on the floor, kick your feet back, and perform another set of push-ups. After you perform your push-ups, put your hands on the handles, kick your feet back up to a standing position, and perform another squat and row. Make sure you perform your rows correctly, leading with your elbows, pulling your wrist to your rib cage. This is just one example of the many different modifications you can use to create a great workout with the power sled. Whether it be for increasing your sports performance or simply building your muscles and staying toned, the power sled is a great addition to any workout program. Just a reminder, if you feel any pain in your joints or muscles, discontinue this exercise. Make sure you have a solid base of training before you attempt any advanced sled exercises. You can use these exercises in addition to or along with any other exercises in your workout program. You can isolate your lats and the long head of your triceps by performing straight arm lat pulls with the power sled. To perform this exercise, collect the strap with the cables, lean forward trying to keep your torso parallel with the ground, arms fully extended in front, keeping them straight, pull them straight down, all the way to your butt. Since you are trying to isolate the shoulder joint, your arms should stay either straight or slightly bent for the duration of this motion. You can perform this motion explosively, pulling the sled as far as you can each time, or slow and controlled. Since this is an isolation movement, if it is not sport specific, use it towards the end of your workout routine. Remember to keep your arms straight if you're isolating your lats. Keep your back as flat as possible, bending at your legs. Always stay balanced and keep your core tight. As always with sled exercises, to increase the difficulty, you can either add resistance by placing plates on top of the sled, or change the surface you are performing this exercise on. You can also perform other exercises in between each pull. You can isolate your triceps using the power sled by performing triceps kickbacks. In order to do so, you will be facing the power sled. Pick up the slack from the cables and lean forward at your waist. To perform these properly, your torso should be as parallel to the ground as possible. Keep your elbows in line with your torso and touching your sides, and extend your arms. If your palms are facing downward, it will be slightly easier than if your hands were the other way. This is a matter of preference. You can perform this exercise explosively, trying to pull the sled as far as you can, as you see here, or slow and controlled. The way you perform this motion depends on your fitness goals. Since this is an isolation exercise, it should be performed towards the end of your sled workout. If you want to use this as a part of a complete full body workout, you can perform it by itself as you see here, or perform another exercise in between each pull, such as push-ups. The power sled is very versatile, as you can modify workouts to have different workouts each time you use it. Remember, to increase the resistance, simply add weights on the sled or perform this on a different surface. The more slick the surface you have, the more weight you will have to use. Power sled torso twists are a great exercise for any athlete that needs explosive power in the transverse plane. Good examples of this are any athletes that throw, baseball players, martial artists, and also golfers. This sled torso twist works your obliques as well as your core. Place a moderate weight on the sled, grab the two handles together, and explosively turn to the right or left, pulling the sled. As the sled comes to rest, pick up the slack and perform another torso twist. Make sure there is enough weight on the sled so it does not hit you. To increase the difficulty of this exercise, you can either add weight on the sled or use a different surface. The optimal surfaces for power sled exercises are flat, such as grass, track, field turf, and astroturf. Before you perform power sled exercises, make sure you have a solid base of training and you performed a thorough warm-up. Power sled squats with rows are a great exercise you can use to work your back as well as your legs, rear deltoids, and biceps. This exercise requires you to load the power sled with a heavy load, so put all your weights on it and get ready for a tough set. Take the slack from the handles, keep your core tight, and perform a squat keeping your back flat, then perform a row at the very top of the squat. Try to pull the power sled as far as you can with each row. Walk back, pick up the slack, and perform this exercise again. You will find that this exercise elevates your heart rate and gives you an extreme burn throughout your whole body. This is just one of many great exercises you can perform with the power sled. You can perform them explosively as you see here, or slow and controlled. How you decide to perform these exercises depends on your goals. Power sled shoulder press is an exercise which you can use to develop explosive power in your upper chest, shoulders, and triceps. Being that you are using a sled, you will also be strengthening your core. To perform these properly, you must lean forward, attempting to get your torso parallel with the ground. Keep your elbows in line with your back as you assume a staggered stance similar to a lunge. You can choose to perform this exercise explosively or slow and controlled like a weight training movement. How you perform the sled shoulder press depends on your fitness goals. As a reminder, all exercises on the power sled involve the core. You must keep your core active during the duration of all movements. Remember also, the difficulty for all sled motions depends on the surface you are pushing the sled on and the amount of weights that are on the sled. This is just another great exercise you can use in a full body sled workout. Power sled workouts can help you simultaneously develop your explosive power, strength, as well as cardio endurance. Power sled workouts are great for not only athletes, but anyone who likes to get a great intense workout outside, which will add to and may even rejuvenate your fitness program. Rear lateral deltoid raises on the power sled is an exercise which works your posterior and medial deltoids, as well as your upper back muscles, the trapezius, rhomboids, and infraspinatus. You can perform this exercise explosively as you see here, or slow and controlled. This depends on your training goals. Take the slack from the cables, keeping your hands at waist level. Assume an athletic stance, keeping your elbows at a slightly bent angle. Raise your arms up and to the rear. Since you are working a small muscle group for this exercise, make sure you use a weight which is manageable. Try not to flex or extend your arms at the elbows for this exercise, as doing so will take the tension off the target muscle group. As always, keep your core tight and your spine in neutral alignment for this exercise. If you feel any out of the ordinary pain in your joints or muscles, discontinue. This exercise is best used towards the end of a power sled workout. Power sled chest press is an exercise which you can use to work your explosive muscle fibers in your chest, triceps, and anterior deltoids. You can also use it as a simple strength exercise simply by performing it slow and controlled. Collect the slack from the cables. Hold your arms at around nipple level. Get an athletic stance or a staggered stance with 1 foot forward. Take a big deep breath and extend explosively, pushing your arms forward. This exercise integrates your core as well, forcing you to stabilize your core as you perform the chest press. Use this as one of your primary upper body sled workout exercises. Use this as one of your primary upper body sled exercises, as you can use a significant amount of weight, and this works a major muscle group. To increase the difficulty of the sled chest press, simply add more weight to the sled, perform this uphill, or change the surface you are pushing the sled on. As always, discontinue this exercise if you feel any unusual pain in your joints or muscles. Power sled chest flies are an isolation exercise for your chest. Being an isolation exercise for your chest muscles means that the only motion should be about your shoulder joints. Hold your arms out wide and pick up the slack to the sled and perform a chest fly, squeezing your arms together. Your head should be at nipple level for the duration of this motion. You can perform these as a power exercise, pulling the sled as far as you can, or as a resistance training exercise, slowly pulling the sled. This exercise is best used to finish off a tough sled workout. The power sled allows you versatile workouts, including isolation exercises such as biceps curls. To perform biceps curls on the power sled, collect the slack and assume an athletic stance. Try to keep your elbows in line with the handle cables. Keep your stomach very tight and perform a biceps curl, curling your hands towards your ears. You can perform biceps curls with the power sled explosively as you see here, or slow and controlled. It is a matter of your preference, training goals, and overall strength. Use this exercise at the end of a total body workout with the power sled. Ways to modify this exercise are to perform calisthenics or cardio exercises in between each pull. For example, perform a pull, scoot back, do a couple jumping jacks, mountain climbers, or push-ups, and then perform another pull. This is just one example of the endless possibilities using the power sled, which is a great piece of workout equipment for anybody looking to exercise outdoors and improve their strength and power.
There we go. Stay low.
It's moving. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Take it, buddy. Take it. Halfway. Let's move. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on. Almost there. Let's go. Come on. Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Big knees.
Come on, Matt. You got it, Matt.
Finish.
All along this day, to the fire.
you doing? This is Joe Rossi from Yes Training. Today we're going to do an anaerobic conditioner. This is something I'm not going to take credit for because I learned this from Martin Rooney of Parisi Speed School, but I put a little twist to this. We're going to use the Prowler today. I got guys who got fights coming up within the next 2 weeks, and basically we're going to train them and get them into fight mode. They got their mitts on and they're going to be doing pad work in between Prowler sprints. So the Prowler sprints are going to be about 20-25 yards. They're going to go non-stop. They're going to go the amount of time, or actually more than their actual fight, and in between their only rest is either going to be shadow boxing while they wait to get into the pad work, or they're actually going to be doing and hitting pads for about 45 seconds. This is really day one and a test trial for us, but why not? We whipped out the camera. We're going to show you what it's all about. Check this out. Guys, let's get started. Who's going first? Do it. Right to Gerald. Go for it. Come on. Drive. There you go. That's it. Keep going. Come on. Good. You guys got 15 seconds here. Come on, James. Time for these guys. Hop right in. Go right into it. Deep breath. Come on, James. Deep breath. Come on, Clement, drive. There you go. Right back over here. Your shadow boxer. Keep yourself moving. Use your recovery of shadow boxer, right? Come on. Double. And also too, what these guys are doing is they're training in an oxygen deprived state. Basically that's what the fight is. When they fight, there's flurries of punches, and sometimes you have an opponent that just keeps coming at you. Boxing is an anaerobic sport, and you have to constantly train in an anaerobic way, which is what they're doing. Change. This is the fight right here. Come on, guys, this is the fight right here. This is your fight. Come on. Come on, James.
Hey, come on.
Time. Switch. James, just keep moving. Don't keep walking out. Right there, go low. See, going low is the killer. Even though there's no weight on there, these guys are moving non-stop. There's no rest. So obviously the intensity or how much weight you use, you can't go. You can't use the weight. Prowler's enough. Come on. There you go. That's it. Fight mode now, man. That guy on the 25th is not going to win. Not going to win. Come on, James, all right? Just go right into it. Autopilot. Come on. That's it. Drive. Come on, James, drive. Come on, right to that line. Good. Shadow box, recover. Come on.
First play, come on. Hit. Last time throw up, come on.
Come on, you don't want to gas out, Clement. Come on.
Come on, Clement.
We're almost there, guys. Hang on, man.
Come on,
This is the fight. Just think, the fight, you got break time, you got resting time, you got a minute. No resting here. Okay, switch. And anybody watching this at home or watching this on the YouTube site, all these guys have mouthpieces on. I don't know if you realize this, but when you have a mouthpiece on, it restricts your breathing. So even though they're pushing a Prowler and there may not be weight on there, they got gloves on, They're swinging for time, gets the pads, they're throwing kicks, they're doing prowler sprints, but they have a mouthpiece on that they're biting down. They're not getting full air. That's the way it is in the ring, and that's the way these guys need to train. Down low. Come on, you got to work through it. Come on. Dig deep. This is it. Come on. There you go.
Hij is echt goed, hè. Hij is een echte bikkel. Bikkelman! Jezus joh, wat ga jij in het tempo? Waanzinnig. Jij kan er wel 5 hoor. Stop maar, stop maar.